Alright, welcome everybody. On behalf of Cordova Country Parts, I have a quick little demonstration for you. I have here an old unstyled John Deere radiator cap. The part number on this cap is D319R. What I've got is a Buna-in gasket that Cordova Country Parts has available for sale, and a 304 stainless steel baffle plate. So what I'm going to do is illustrate how to replace the baffle plate and gasket on an old oval unstyled John Deere radiator cap like this. Now this same design is used for fuel caps on some of the older John Deere tractors in addition to radiator caps. It's commonplace on both the A's, B's, GP's, and D's over the years, as well as some rather rare type experimental tractors. So what I did is I unthreaded the square nut from the end of the shaft. It looks like the threads on this shaft are in pretty good shape. I pulled out a cotter pin that holds this old baffle plate in place. You can see the old baffle plate is a carbon steel baffle plate. It's rusted up pretty good, and in all honesty, for an original baffle plate, this one is in quite decent shape. We're going to remove that old baffle plate, some of the old cork fiber gasket material that used to be the old gasket, and we're going to take a look at our cover. Overall, it looks like we're free from loose rust and debris. I want to keep kind of the original patina look to this cover, so I'm not going to sand it and paint it, but if I so desired, now would be the time to do that. So we want to make sure that the vent holes are clear. What winds up happening is as water splashes in the radiator or fuel splashes in the tank, you need to vent out the top of the cap. Well, the gases go through these holes between the gasket and the cap, and then out the main holes of this cap itself. So with those being clear, that way my new gasket or my new cap will vent when it's all constructed. So I'll go ahead and I'll put the rubber gasket in place. I'll put the baffle plate in place. I want to make sure that I line things up so that the hole is this direction across the cap, so that as I push down a little bit, I can slide my cotter pin through that hole. Sometimes it does require a little bit of force because the new caps or the new gaskets are a little bit thick, and that just helps maintain a good seal. So once I get that cotter pin slid through, I'm going to bend the ears over so that now it rotates as needed, and I'll replace the nut. With that, my cap is complete. So as this attaches to the tractor, as I thread my nut, or as I thread my handle, you see my nut rotates 90 degrees. There's a stop on either the gas tank or the radiator that holds this nut in place, and then as the handle threads from there, you can see that this clearance is shrinking. Well, that basically tightens up the cap until you get a little bit of compression force on your gasket. So with that, we can now go out and apply this to the tractor. Good luck in your restorations.